Hello and welcome to Mandala Holistic's monthly meditation. We have reached the spring equinox now in our wheel of the year. There's an interval of approximately 6 weeks between each of the festivals, and between Imbolc and Beltane is the spring equinox. In the traditional Celtic wheel of the year, the east is associated with the goddess Boann, the river goddess. It's also associated with Ostara, or otherwise known as Ostara. She is the Germanic goddess of spring and dawn. The old Germanic calendar, the equivalent month to April, was called Ostermond, or Easter month. And as we move towards Beltane, we reach this time where the day and the night are of equal balance. This balance gives us the opportunity to release all that we have held in during the winter months, to open ourselves up to the incoming light. Boann, the goddess, helps us to release our inner child, and her element is water. Water is the element related to our emotions. She is the river goddess who brings us the energy of the river, allowing us to move. We can let go of everything that doesn't serve us and let it flow. For everything that we need will flow towards us. I'd like to invite you now to join me in a guided meditation to honour the spring equinox. And as usual, I will begin with 10 minutes of drumming. It's best to listen to the drum with headphones on, as it sounds as if you are underneath it. So please enjoy, and spring equinox blessings to you all. And so now relax. And take some deep, cleansing breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And each breath that you take, you relax more and more. Feel yourself connecting to the earth below you. And feel the energy of the earth climbing up your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. And take some comfortable breaths now and allow your breath to find a natural, steady rhythm. Using your imagination now, I would like you to place yourself in a forest. And imagine the first hint of spring. It's March and it's been a very long, wet, cold and grey winter. And it's early morning and the sun is just breaking over the horizon. And her first rays are causing the frost to really glisten over the world. And everything smells clean. And the air is cold and fresh as you breathe in. It's almost sharp, but it feels so good. So breathe in this cold, fresh, clean air. Fill your lungs and feel yourself relaxing as you breathe out. As you walk forwards and down a woodland track, notice how blue the sky is. It's still quite dark in the west, but above you and towards the east is a beautiful deep blue, clear, clean sky. And the path narrows as you walk deeper into the woods. And the sunlight is playing through the branches that sway in the morning breeze. You relax more with each step that you take. You can hear the birds rejoicing the day, celebrating the morning sun. And you can't help but smile at this beauty. So breathe in another big cleansing and relaxing breath now. Feel your body and your mind relaxing with the beauty of the day. Deeper and deeper into your journey. No cares, no worries, just a beautiful spring morning. And in front of you is a wonderful tree, standing tall. His canopy is bare of leaves, and yet he's still magnificent, reaching high up into the incredible blue sky and spreading out in a wide circle above you. And you know this tree. He's an old and much loved friend. Take another relaxing breath and approach the base of his trunk. There's a hollow at the base that makes a perfect place to sit. 2 giant roots spread out from the base to the sides of the hollow, and you sit comfortably back between them, leaning back to watch the sun playing through his canopy. You relax. You watch the sunlight glistening through the trees, and after a moment of connecting with the energy of your tree, you decide that you will take a walk further into the forest, feeling energized by the rays of sunlight. And as you walk further through the forest, you notice an old track leading off through the trees and veering towards the right. This forest is familiar to you, but you can't ever recall ever venturing along this path. And your curiosity gets the better of you. And so you follow the track through the trees. It's so peaceful here in the forest. The sound of the birds and the twigs cracking underneath your feet as you walk. And in the distance you can hear the sound of water flowing. You follow the sound of the water till it gets louder and louder, until a river comes into your view. It's beautiful. You walk along the side of the banks of the river, watching the birds and breathing in the fresh air. After a while, you come across a clearing in the trees. Sticking out of the ground at strange angles are a collection of what appears to be huge rocks. Some appear to have toppled over. And you approach these rocks, and as you get closer, you realise, to your delight, that you have stumbled into an ancient megalithic site. The stones look so old. You begin to wonder just how long these stones have stood here, and who built them. It's all so overgrown with trees and moss, but you can clearly make out that the stones form a giant circle. You feel a tingling sensation pulsing throughout your body. The energy of this place feels magical. You're feeling energized and invigorated. So spend a few moments wandering around, touching these stones, connecting with them, the energy that is pulsating through each one. Try to count them. See how many have toppled over. after a few moments you sense that you are not alone. A beautiful lady is walking over to you from the direction of the river. She's wearing a pink gown and has beautiful flowing golden hair. She's carrying a straw basket and is smiling at you. As she gets closer, you notice that it's not just her hair that is golden. She seems to have a golden glow all around her. She is the goddess of springtime. She carefully places her basket down. And then unexpectedly she climbs onto one of the standing stones, begins to jump from one stone to the other like a child. She has a playful energy about her that is quite contagious. She beckons you to join her, and so you do. You giggle, and she runs away, hiding behind a tall stone. You chase her and catch her. This is a childlike game of tag that you instantly resonate with and understand without any need for explanation. You spend a moment playing with the goddess, running around and enjoying the game. And after a while you both sit and rest with your back against a tall, flat stone, watching the sunlight casting shadows and changing the colour of the stones, adding to the majesty of the moment. When she stands up and fetches her basket, she opens up the basket and inside it is filled with sunflower seeds. She tells you to take one and plant it, and when you do, plant it with an intention, something that you want to achieve, and then you must nurture and care for this seed. She tells you that she will provide the sunlight, the life-giving energy and love and support, and you must provide the commitment to keep this sunflower alive, so that when the summer heat arrives, this flower and your intention will blossom. You look into the basket and carefully choose a seed. You thank the goddess for this wonderful gift, and you offer her something in return. Maybe it's a promise, maybe it's a gift, or a hug. Whatever you feel that you would like to give to the goddess of springtime, give it to her now. She thanks you for your wonderful gift. She tells you that this stone circle was built by your ancestors. And when it was built, it was aligned to the sunrise on the morning of the spring equinox. And she tells you that the energy is most powerful today. So when it was built, the intention was set to channel the equinox energy. She tells you that she must leave now, but she encourages you to spend a few moments standing in the centre of the circle, absorbing the equinox energy. She stands to leave. You stand and say goodbye to each other. And she walks back to the river. And you walk to the centre of the stone circle. As you reach the centre, a ray of sunlight shines down on you, illuminating your body in a golden glow, just like the goddess. Spend a moment absorbing this beautiful equinox energy. Feel this light cleansing and energizing your soul. And now that you have been energized, I want you to step out of the light and make your way out of the stone circle, taking a last glance before you leave. Make your way back along the riverbank. You see the track leading back into the familiar forest. And back towards your old friend, the tree. There's a hollow at the base that makes a perfect place to sit. Two giant roots spread out from the base to the sides of the hollow. And you sit comfortably back between them, leaning back to watch the sun playing through his canopy. You relax. And in a moment I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And when I reach 5, you will return feeling energized and refreshed and filled with gratitude for the springtime. So 1, becoming more aware of your position in the room now. 2, hearing sounds outside of your environment. 3, the sensations are returning to your fingers and toes now as you give them a wiggle. 4, eyes beginning to flicker now, and 5, eyes wide open, big stretch. Welcome back. Thank you for meditating with me, and happy spring equinox. Namaste.